Welcome to Online Money Africa. Today we'll be looking at taking the first step to making money online. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the presentation today. I want to welcome you. Thank you for tuning in to Online Money Africa YouTube channel. Our vision is to create a community of entrepreneurs who want to leverage the power of the internet to create value and enrich Africa. If you're not from Africa and you're watching this video, please stay logged on because what we're going to teach here is universal and it cuts across all online marketing and digital marketing spaces. We want to see you succeed online. That's why we've created this YouTube channel, to make sure that you get the best opportunity to make money online. This is a no fluff presentation. We're just going to get straight into it. It's going to be fast paced. We just want to give you the information, so take notes. But most importantly, take action. I think that's the problem with online marketers today, that we like to watch YouTube channels and we like to get the information, but we don't want to take action. So today there'll be one clear, direct action point for you to take, making it nice and simple. And just to let you know that this video is not sponsored. Let's get straight into the teaching. As a way of introduction, we're going to look into 4 keys of succeeding online. The first key is foundations. You need to have strong foundations if you're building an online business. Don't worry, we'll get into that in the future. Number 2, you need good processes, strong processes, because it's a business, and a business thrives on good processes. Number 3 is consistency. You have to keep at it day after day and being consistent at reaching the goals that you have for your online business. And number 4 is tenacity. That's the hidden secret. That is the key to success. That if you're not going to give up, if you're going to push through, and it's not an easy thing, but it's a possible thing. It's something that can be achieved if you just put in the hard work and tenacity, then you can be successful online. So what we'll discuss today actually falls under the first 2. It's a very foundational issue and it's a process issue. So what is the first step? We're starting with the end in mind. And what we mean here is when you go into something, you have an outcome that you want at the end. So this thing that we're going to discuss today is going to help you with the outcome that you want at the end. What is it at the end? Why are you into online marketing? Why do you want to start your own online business? And that is getting paid. You need to get paid. Otherwise, it's just a hobby. It's not a business. It's not a venture. So you need to get paid. So the first step in running an online business, having an online venture, is making sure that you have a way to get paid when someone buys your services, when someone clicks on your links, when someone wants to shop with you online, or the myriad of ways of making money online. You need to have a way of being paid. And that's, I think, one of the biggest problems being in Africa, and I've seen even in my own journey. It's difficult at the beginning. I didn't know how to navigate. That's just part of the journey. If you're trying to make money online, you need to figure out, how am I going to get the money paid to me? How am I going to get customers to be able to pay me for my services, to pay me for the value that I'm adding to their lives? And this is something that I've used personally. I've used Payoneer, and I know that it has changed the game for me in terms of making money online. It's changed the game drastically because now it actually makes it easier. Being from Africa, there are lots of hurdles that we faced trying to get our money paid. But through Payoneer, we're able to sort that out, to get over that hurdle and get paid online. Keep watching this training to the end. We have a special offer for you at the end if you keep watching. Why is this particular to Africa? Most online marketplaces require you to have a US account to be paid. So if you're looking at the affiliate networks, if you're looking at different merch sites, if you're looking at even YouTube, etc., they usually require you to have a USA account in which to pay your money into. They won't pay it into your local bank account in Accra. They won't pay it into your local bank account in Harare because that's just not how they work. They need you to have an American account for them to be able to pay you. And PayPal, which is another service that a lot of online marketers use to get paid, does not support many African countries to receive money directly into their PayPal accounts. So unlike if you have an American account, I can send you money from person to person. But in Africa, some of those services are restricted, so you can't really use PayPal. You can get around this by getting a USA PayPal account. We've tried this, it's a bit difficult to do. It is a bit strict to get a USA PayPal account, and it's very difficult to do. There are disadvantages of using PayPal, such as they hold amounts of money for chargebacks, which means you don't have access to all of your money. They can freeze your account very easily. It seems to happen that if they see too much money coming in, let's say you've gotten a successful campaign going on with Facebook ads or whatever it is, and money is starting to come in and it's more than usual, and then they can freeze that money, they can freeze that account, and then if you're doing something like drop shipping, you won't be able to fulfill your orders because your money is frozen. If businesses cannot pay you, then they cannot do business with you. That's what the key thing is, in particular with Africa, is that there's that disconnect. Since you can't use PayPal and you're not a resident of the States, you can't have a bank account over there. So how do you engage in business? How can you transact with the world? So this is your gateway to really transact with the world. So why Payoneer? With Payoneer, you instantly get several international business bank accounts. The different bank accounts are denominated in currencies. So you can get a euro, Australian dollar, obviously a US dollar account, a yen, and some other different currency accounts in which you could be paid into from anywhere across the world. Which means actually you can get paid starting today. How great is that? So you set up your Payoneer account, and as soon as you set it up, you're given instant access to your bank account details in which you can transact and give to people so that you could be paid. And as I said earlier, you get paid in several currencies, so each bank account can be for a different currency, which means that you can transact globally. You also get multiple MasterCards per currency as well. So if you want a euro one, a US dollar one, they are able to do that. I'm not sure if you have to pay for any extra cards. I know your first card they send to you for free. You don't have to pay for that. I'm not sure if you have to pay for an additional card above the free one that they give you at the beginning. And the good thing is, once you have your Payoneer account and you get paid into it, you can withdraw the money or send it via transfer into your local bank account in your country in Africa. And most countries I've seen are actually supported by this. When you go through the website, there's a place where you can check if your country is supported. And I had a browse through, and they had most of the African countries except a few, like Sudan. I didn't see Sudan there. But generally, your money is then can be transferred into your local bank account. The benefit as well is you get a MasterCard. So you can use that MasterCard to withdraw money from your ATMs, etc. So you actually don't even really need to withdraw the money into your account. The only reason I would do that is if it's a large sum of money. I wouldn't want to keep larger sums of money on Payoneer. So once it reaches a certain threshold, it would be wise to then transfer the money into a bank account where you can have, more free access to it. And a good thing is you get free Payoneer to Payoneer transactions. So what this then creates is a network of online marketers. So I can pay you if I hire you, for example, to create a thumbnail for a YouTube video, if I hire you to, do some online marketing work, whatever it is, I can then pay you for free Payoneer to Payoneer account. Transactions aren't that fast on Payoneer to Payoneer. It'll probably take about an hour or so for the transaction to go through. It's not instant, but it is quite good enough anyway for the work that you'll be doing as an online marketer or trying to make money online. And it's also got integrations, lots and lots of integrations, including QuickBooks. So if you want to keep your accounting up to date, then you use it because it can integrate with QuickBooks, and then all your transactions now just come into QuickBooks, and it's easy to account for your money. Because if you want to do business, you have to do business properly, and making sure that you have accounts of the work you're doing online is critical, because how else are you going to measure whether you're being profitable or not? How else are you going to measure if you're making enough money or if your margins are good, unless you're keeping account of everything? So Payoneer helps you with that. Payoneer advantage. So as I was saying, they've got plenty of integrations. And as you can see here, they're integrated with Fiverr, Adobe, Shutterstock, Amazon, Wish, Google, Airbnb, and there are lots of others here who I'm not seeing on this list who I work with, like Teespring for merch. They're natively integrated into Payoneer. So that's also an advantage, because once you log into some of these websites, you just instantly put in your Payoneer login details, and then it automatically pairs and then makes life much easier when it comes to making your payments, etc. They also have a good mobile app. As you can see here, an example of it. It's very useful. I find it very useful to use. You can see that it tracks all your different currencies and your transactions. And if you open it up, you can see your USD, for example, here, where you've received money from Fiverr, from Airbnb, your outgoing money, all of it there, your money being withdrawn into your bank account. You see it all on the app. So the app is a very useful tool as well to make sure that you're always on the go, you're always knowing what's happening with your Payoneer account at any time of day. But what's the catch? This sounds too good to be true. Surely there has to be something wrong with Payoneer. So I try to be balanced. Like I said, this is not a sponsored video. So I want to definitely be balanced in giving you the pros and the cons of using Payoneer. But I think it's good anyway, just a spoiler alert there. So payments can only come from companies. This is not a personal account. This is a business account. So they're very strict in making sure that payments only come from companies. And I understand where they're coming from in terms of making sure that there's no money laundering and all that kind of stuff, because it's such a global platform. There have to be restrictions there. So payments can only come from companies. So money is sent from individuals because you're giving bank details. If you chance it and send money, unless you're doing transaction from Payoneer to Payoneer, the money is actually sent back. So they actually don't even allow money to come in from individuals. And when you get paid from a company that they do not know, so it's your first time being paid by a company, you will need to provide supporting documents for payment to be released. I've had this personal experience where I was doing some consultancy work. They paid me for my work afterwards. However, the money got stopped by Payoneer until they had verified that this was a legitimate payment. So I had to give them invoices. I had to prove that it was a company by sending them links to websites and other things. They ask you to say, okay, this money has come through. We need you to provide such documentation for it to come through. I provided the documentation. I think it only took a couple of days, from what I remember, for the money to be released into my Payoneer account. But once it was released, they put them into almost like a safe category. So you only really do it once, because ever since then, I haven't had any issues. So when you get paid by a company that they're not affiliated with, or a company that they don't know, because with online marketing, you can work with any companies, you can do consultancy anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be big companies. Yes, and there are transaction fees. The fees come when you transact, obviously, like I guess any other credit card. When you go and use the card and withdraw from the ATM, that's where they charge you, almost like a bank would. So there are transaction fees. But apart from the transaction fees, there is one yearly fee to maintain your account, which isn't much. I think it's $50 a year from what I remember. But when you're making money online, it's really negligible. It's really just to keep the account going. So there are really minimal fees, depending where you are from in Africa as well. You'll find that the fees are very competitive. Maybe if you're in Europe or in the States, you might think that the fees are high, but when you're based in Africa and you're working with some of our African banks, you actually see that the fees are very comparable anyway. Like I said, there's a special offer for you today that I'd like to just share with Payoneer. So Payoneer, when you sign up, offers you a free $25. That's just $25 for you to have when you sign up with Payoneer. If you're interested, the link is in the description. But there is only one catch. You're eligible for the $25 when you're paid your first $1,000 into your Payoneer account. So this can be accumulative. So once you reach $1,000 in your account, then they pay you the $25. Or if you paid $2,000 into your account, then you're eligible for the $25. For the sake of transparency, this is an affiliate link, which means that I will be given a small commission every time that someone gets a card. However, that being said, my commission only comes once you have reached your 1,000 payment. So if you get your card and you don't reach your $1,000, then I don't get anything anyway. However, that's why you're here watching this channel. We are going to help you get there. We're going to help you get to your first $1,000 of money online. We're going to give you ideas through the YouTube videos. So the pressure is on us to give you valuable content that can make sure that you reach your first $1,000 online. And we look forward to the challenge too. We believe strongly that people can make money online. It is not too difficult. It is possible. We have seen it happen. We are doing it ourselves. So we believe that you can do it too. In conclusion, as you start your journey of making online money, it's important to have your payment method ready. If you look at a lot of these websites, they require you to put in your payment details when you're signing up in the very beginning before you've even made a cent with them. They just want to make sure that their bases are cleared and checked, and some of them won't even register you as fully active until you've put in your online payment method. So it's very important that if you want to get started making money online, this is an investment. Payoneer is like having several bank accounts in one. So people can pay you from all over the world, but it's all managed through one central place, Payoneer. Balances can be transferred into your local bank account to make it easy for you to use at home. You can make payments internally and with your MasterCard. So you've got flexibility in how you can spend the money and the different methods of payment. Sign up again today and get the opportunity to get a bonus $25. Who doesn't like some free money? So sign up for your Payoneer card. Don't forget, the link is in the description. Let's keep the discussion going. Leave us a comment below. Let us know, do you have any questions about Payoneer? Have you checked out the website? What are your thoughts? How are you doing on your online marketing journey? We just want to keep it real. We want to keep the discussion going. So please leave us a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video. If it's really helped you, share it with a friend. You can subscribe down here below. And while you're at it, why not just watch another video? Catch you in the next one.